2. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another TacTile live stream. I got my friend Zac here, who is another game dev, to go ahead and play a game of TacTile. Zac, you want to go ahead and give a little hello to the audience?
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Thanks for saying hi, Zac. All right, so what we're going to do, Zac and I are going to do a quick head-to-head battle of TacTile. We're going to kind of talk through our strategy a little bit as we play. So this can kind of give you a frame of reference of what it looks like to play TacTile and some of the things we're thinking of. Now, I have a couple games under my belt, but Zac has only played TacTile once. So we're going to go ahead and get some different perspectives here and see how that affects our play. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it. I'm going to go ahead and reveal the card market. I'm also not going to really be explaining how to play. I'm just going to assume people have seen a video before. If you haven't, well, it's a pretty straightforward game. Hope maybe you'll pick something up. Zac, do you want to go ahead and start us off by, well, unless, Zac, do you need a quick refresher on how to play?
I Yes, I would love a quick
You know
refresher.
what? Everybody's getting a refresher. Okay, here we go. So, goal of the game is pretty simple. Zac and I each have 2 discs. These are our pawns, and we are trying to score them in each other's home tile. Zac is blue, I am red, so I need to cross the board diagonally and score here, and he needs to do the same to me. Once a pawn is scored, it's safe, it's out of the game, it's scored. It also means that you can't use it for your actions, so you got to think about the right time to score usually as a strategic moment, because it could be potentially harmful. And then once you score your second pawn, you of course win the game. On your turn, you can take up to 2 basic actions out of a possible 5. You cannot repeat the same basic actions. All right. So as you can see on the screen, these are your 5 basic actions that you can take. You can use these tokens, which are the basic action tokens, to track your basic actions so you know which actions you've taken. Okay. The first action you can take is called a move action. Move action allows you to move a pawn to an adjacent available tile. Moves can be up or down, left or right, no diagonal movements. Pawns can also not share tiles with each other, so you can block yourself and opponents by just getting in the way. The only exception is that on the home and score tiles, you can have multiple pawns. You can't just block someone by camping out in your home. Okay, so that is a move action. Next action is called a gain action. Gain action allows you to get a resource matching a tile that you are currently on. So in this position, I could only gain a blue resource. However, if I was on multiple colors, I could choose. I could gain a blue or a green in this position here. Okay. Any questions on any of the actions so far, Zac?
No, it's slowly coming back to me.
Okay, great. Next action is called a buy action. So there's always 6 cards available for sale in the card market. You can buy a card as an action. They always cost 2 resources. It's always some combination of the 4. So this red move here would be a red and a yellow resource. This yellow push would be a red and a blue resource, so on and so forth. Buying is an action. Next action you can take is called a swap action. So if I have a resource, I can swap it with any other resource in the bank. That would be one action. And then the last action I can take is called a reset, where I just reset the card market. I discard all 6 cards, draw 6 new ones. That is a reset action. Okay. If we ever run into a scenario where 5 or more of the cards are either the same color, so like 5 or more yellow cards, or the same type, so like 5 or more pushes, that would be an automatic reset. Nobody has to pay an action. We just wipe the market and draw 6 new cards. That is the objectives and basic actions of the game. Any questions on anything I just described?
No, I think I'm good to go.
Cool. Last thing I'm going to just tell you is, what do the cards do? So there are 3 different types of cards. You've got moves, gains, and pushes. The way it works is when you move onto a tile that matches the color of a card, it activates and gives you a free action. So let's say I was in this position here, right? I could use my first basic action, which is a move, and I could move onto red, which would activate my red move and give me a free move. I could use this to move either one of my pawns, and if I moved onto a new color, say blue, it would activate all my blue cards. And in this case, I would get a free gain because I have a blue gain. I could gain from either pawn, so I could gain another, say, red resource. And that would be an example of a couple actions I could take. And I would still have another basic action before the end of my turn. Okay. So moves give you free moves, which you can use to activate other color cards. Gains are free resources, and remember, you can always gain from either pawn. And then pushes are like an attack card. They allow you to move opponent's pieces. So I didn't activate it in that example, but if I had moved on green, I could do a push, and say Zac was here, I could use my push card to go ahead and push him back a tile. That would be an example of a push. Okay, and then cards give you one free action per turn. Once you've exhausted them, they're done. But on the next turn, they simply reset. So if you can move on those colors again, you can go ahead and use those cards again. They're permanent additions once per turn, and you can build up as many cards as you want. So you can do some really crazy turns, comboing them all together, as long as you're able to move on the right tiles. So you got to be very careful with planning your pathway and your investments so that everything can kind of synchronize, work together. Okay? And that
Okay.
is the whole shebangle. Zac, feeling confident?
I am.
Okay, I'm
Let's do
scared.
this.
That's powerful confidence right there. So I'm a little worried. All right. What we'll do, Zac, we'll have you go first, and
Okay.
let's see what happens.
Well, first things first, we are going to move, and then we are going to gain.
Nice. It's good strategy, tried and true. The clicking is always hard.
Yep.
There we go.
Hardest part of this whole game.
Yep. TTS is not the best. It's just better than the other ones that I've tried. Okay. So in terms of strategy, I always like to try to get gains pretty early on, especially in this position where I'm surrounded by blue. I feel like this gain is probably a good pickup. My only concern is that there's not as much blue as I like get closer to scoring. So that could be like more of a short-term pickup that's not super helpful later on. But my other alternatives are this red move, which there's some red over here. So if I kind of go blue into red, that could be helpful. I do notice that Zac is picking up a green resource. So chances are he's already going for this yellow move, and I probably won't be able to beat him to it. So that being the case, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to blue and gain blue. Okay, go ahead, Zac.
Okay. So you picked up my strategy right away. So I'm going to
It's
gain
still a good
the.
strategy. Just because I know you're doing it doesn't mean I can stop you. That's the thing. But I can kind of plan around it, which hopefully will help me.
Um, not 12.
All good. Yeah,
Close enough.
the cubes in the simulator are a little bigger than like in real life, so they kind of take up a lot of space. All right, so Zac gained and bought on his turn, so he has the move I thought he would get, which is okay. I'm okay with that. All right, so I think I'm going to continue on with the original plan of investing in this blue gain, which I don't think Zac can really stop me from doing. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and move and gain, pick up this green resource, and on to you, Zac. And if you want to change your rotation degrees, it's in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. It allows you to change it to 90 so you can tap your cards a little more efficiently if you want.
I appreciate that.
Yep.
Well, we will worry about that at a later point. Okay, so we're going to move,
Okay, nice. Activates your
and
guy.
I, we'll figure that out at a later
It's
point.
it's right next to the guy lifting weights. It's like lift height, and then to the right it says rotation degrees. You just click on it, and it'll get it to 90.
We should have done this off camera.
It's okay. Part of the fun of watching a Twitch stream is watching everyone go, "Oh my gosh, I can't get this stream to work." It's okay.
There we are.
think there's all of 0 viewers, but people will probably watch it on YouTube later. It's helpful for learning. Almost there.
So
It's okay. Hey, there we go.
so that activates that, so I can move again.
Yep.
Oh, I need to think about what I'm buying though.
Yep.
And then we're going to gain
Okay.
another green.
Okay. Nice. All right. So Zach's picked up a move. Definitely a powerful card to start. I'm going to continue with the original plan, and I'm going to swap this. So I have an option here actually of swapping so that I can get this gain now. Um, but actually, I think I'm planning on getting more yellow in the future, and this is a better spot for me. So I think I'm actually going to move first and gain yellow. It's a little more efficient, sets me up to buy what I want, and I also in a better position. So go ahead, Zach.
Okay.
Remove. Nice. We're really gaining some ground here. I gotta watch it. Mm.
And then we're going to gain once again.
Okay.
I think you can figure out which one I'm going for here.
I looks like you're getting a push, unless you're trying to get that. The green resource is throwing me off, but maybe you're gonna swap it for something.
Oh yeah, actually you're right. The push might be better.
I didn't mean to give you any hints. No, no. Let me help you out there. Oh, there you go.
Thank you. So, oh, there we got it.
All right. Nice. So Zach's gaining a lot of ground here. Pretty scary. But I have faith that my investing strategy will pay off. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to buy. I'm going to spend a yellow and a green. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up this blue gain. All right. Ooh. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and move. And I'm going to move onto blue here, which will activate my gain. And I will gain yellow. All right. Go ahead, Zach.
Okay. I am going to buy right away.
Hmm.
Gonna buy this push.
Okay. Buying the blue push. I like it. Ooh, a lot of yellow gains. Definitely some good stuff for Zach coming up.
And then we'll do a simple move.
Okay. Nice. Maintaining progress. I like it. Okay. So there's some stuff I want, but I also feel like I've got some time here. Um, but I want to risk not being able to get this, so I'm just going to go ahead and swap, and I'm going to swap a blue star for a red resource, and I will purchase the red move. All right, so now I got some mobility and some economy. Feeling pretty good here. A lot of yellow green cards showing up. Okay, go ahead.
So this onto yellow.
Free move. Okay.
And then going to gain a resource. We're going to gain yellow.
Yellow. Okay.
I struggle again.
No worries.
There we are.
Okay. Zach's making pretty good progress down the board, but I know that his mobility is tied to yellow because that's where his moves are. So for me, it's definitely going to be worth it for me to move onto this square. I can kind of block him and deny some mobility. Um, but because I moved on to yellow, I don't activate any of my cards. So I'm just going to use my second action. Now this is interesting because I could gain a yellow here, which is kind of helpful, but not really actually. I feel like, well, I do need yellow green eventually. Hmm. I'm debating resetting the market here because these cards are not super helpful to me. Um, Instead, I'm just going to go ahead and gain a blue. Okay, go ahead, Zach.
I was kind of hoping you would reset the market.
Everybody wants a reset. That's when I don't want to do it.
Hmm. I need a moment just to see what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So there's three gains, three pushes, and you're already kind of blocking me on the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. So, so I'm gonna move onto blue
Okay.
and then push you back this way because pushing you onto a red doesn't activate your red card, correct?
Right.
Okay. And then I think I'm gonna gain another resource.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so he's definitely getting set up to pick up that yellow gain, which would be pretty dangerous here. I am going to reset. I think this market is way too favorable to you. Gonna have to risk it here. Let's see what we get. Okay. Hmm.
A lot of
Hmm.
doubles.
A lot of doubles. Not super helpful to me. Hmm. Okay. I am going to move here, though, and gain yellow. Go ahead. Oh, I can't gain. Ooh, never mind. I'm actually going to gain... I'm going to stay here and gain... Uh, red, I guess. Go ahead.
Okay. Would staying, so just to be clear, staying on your same tile wouldn't activate any of your cards, correct?
No, no.
Okay.
Just stayed there because if I moved, I wouldn't necessarily be able to gain anything.
Okay. So I will move again.
Okay. All right. All right. Lined up. You got another action.
Gonna gain yellow
Okay. Just gonna really stack those
eventually.
pushes. Okay.
I mean, there we are.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and swap and buy so that I can pick up that blue push. So I'll swap a red for a yellow, and I will pick up the blue push. Now at least I have some defense here. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm going to buy this green game.
Mm.
Onto the green.
Mm.
There's a lot of triangles on those cards.
Mm. A lot of yellow showing up for sure.
Yep. Oh, wait, no, I can't gain a yellow because I'm not on a yellow.
Right.
Hmm. Okay. I guess I'll gain a green.
Okay.
Okay, your
Okay.
turn.
All right, I'm gonna move. Gonna move here onto blue, which activates my gain and my push. I'm gonna go ahead and push you here, and then I will gain red. And I have another action, so I will gain another red. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Actually, for my second action, instead of gaining another red, I am going to reset the market. Reset number 2. Dangerous. Let's see what we get. Okay. Interesting.
So I'm gonna swap this green one for a red one.
Okay.
And then I'm going to buy this blue push.
Stacking the
Be
pushes.
prepared.
I'm afraid. Okay. Okay. So okay, the next thing I'm gonna do here is I'm going to move backwards actually, which activates my gain and push again. And I'm gonna push you here, and I'm going to gain blue. And I get one more action here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swap a red for a green. Go ahead.
So first thing I will move here, gain a resource,
Mm, nice.
typical green, and then I guess for the fun of it, let's reset.
Oh, that's a good reset. There was definitely some good stuff in the market for me.
You have to help me out with that
Yeah,
part.
no worries. Yeah, that was a good reset for me, so that was a good reset. The counter reset. But let's see. I have a couple resources here. There might still be stuff I can get. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
I'm worried that you're just gonna like barrel all the way down the board in just like 3 moves.
I don't really, I mean, I only have the one move right now, but definitely some interesting options here. Okay. So, um, interesting. Let's see here. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do here. Hmm. Um, all right. Well, I definitely want some red resources here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move onto this red, which gives me a free move. I'm gonna use that free move to move my other pawn um, onto this blue here. And then that allows me to push and gain. So I will push this guy back here. And then I will gain red from my other pawn. And then I'm going to also gain another red. And that will be my turn. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'll move on to this yellow, which activates that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to gain a red,
Okay. Nice.
I think.
If
Yeah.
you can, I don't know. All right.
Okay, your turn.
Great. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and buy, and I'm going to pick up that yellow move. Finally, freedom. Oh my gosh. It was a real battle to break out of that corner. All right. Now that I have this yellow move, I can do some interesting stuff. I'm going to go ahead. First, let's see what the next card is. Oh, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and move onto backwards onto blue, which activates my gain and my push. I'm going to push you here onto green. Then I am going to move onto yellow, which activates my yellow move. And I'm going to gain yellow. And I am going to move here onto red. Go ahead. Aha,
Okay, I see what you did.
defense. So doing a lot of positional strategy here, just kind of like getting on the squares I know you want, um,
Yep.
just to like slow you down so I can start to build up some cards.
Hmm. Okay.
And for
What do we
any
have
potential
here?
viewers, these home tiles that aren't in play, you cannot move on. So they're effectively kind of block squares, good for trapping people.
As I am currently trapped. Okay, so I'm gonna swap something. I'm gonna swap this red for a blue. Then I'm going to buy this
Nice.
blue move.
Very nice. Yeah, it's definitely a good card for you. All right. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and just gain and buy on this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and gain a red while I'm on red, and I'm going to purchase this green move. All right, got some mobility now. Feels good. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'll flip that.
Push you.
Mm.
We're gonna move on to the green,
Okay.
which activates this one, and then I guess we'll go with red. Oh wait, no, I'm not on red. I can only hit green.
Mm.
And then I guess we'll reset.
Ooh, a reset. Interesting. Let's see what shows up. All right. Let's see what we get. Ooh, very nice. Okay.
Your turn.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move. Let's see here. I don't want you to get on blue, because blue is pretty good for you. So what I'm going to actually do, this might be a little weird, but I'm going to move onto red, which gives me a free move. And then I can use that move to move onto yellow, which gives me a free move onto blue, which gives me a push and a gain. I'm going to push you here, and then I'm going to gain blue and purchase the blue move. All right, go ahead. Now I've united all four elements. I am the avatar of TacTile. Now, got my mobility, I got my engine, feeling good.
Moving on to green.
My
For
defensive
third or
sandwich.
fourth time. So I get to gain another green,
Mm-hmm.
which I can do nothing with.
Mm.
So we will swap one of these for a yellow.
Okay. Great. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to move onto yellow, which activates my free move on yellow. I'm going to use that move to go onto blue, which activates my move gain push. I'm going to gain yellow here, and then I'm going to buy. I'm going to steal your green move. TacTile's a game of cutthroat purchases. And then I am going to go ahead and move to green. Let's see here. Um, I'll move this guy onto green. So I get two green moves here. And then I'm going to move on to red. So I get another move. And then I have two more moves. So we're just going to go ahead and hop right next to the goal. And then I'll push you once. And I will push you here. Friendly push forward.
Thanks. Very thoughtful.
Was it though?
So I will move backwards. Not the whole tile.
Okay.
on the blue, which activates these three.
The dreaded slap is coming. I can feel it.
So I'll move this guy up,
Okay.
and then you have every color. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll push this guy back a couple.
Alrighty.
And ooh, I could get another push
Do
for
you
the
want to
fun of it. Let's see.
mulligan that so you could have, because you started with those resources, right? And you moved on blue this turn.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you're gonna buy
sure.
that, we could say you bought it first, so you'd get an extra push.
We don't have to. It's fine. It's a learning curve.
No, no, no. That's you bought it. That's good. Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one. All right. So you can push me one more time.
Cool. Thank you.
All good. Yeah. Careful where you push me.
There you go.
All right. Awesome. Okay, your blue engine is pretty scary. Got a lot of slaps to give. All right. So I'm gonna untap these guys. All right. I think the secret sauce is probably to get yellow here. So um okay, there's not a ton of ways to do this. I'm gonna go ahead and move onto yellow, which activates my yellow move. And then I am going to move onto green, which activates both my green moves. Use one of those to move onto red, which activates my red move. I'm going to go ahead and gain red here. And then I'm going to move onto blue, which activates my move, gain, push. I'll go ahead and gain blue here. And then I'm going to push you so you stay in tomato jail. And then I have two moves, so I will go ahead and score this pawn.
Wow. Okay.
Tomato
So first,
jail is brutal.
tomato jail. We need to get out of tomato jail.
The
I'm gonna move here, which activates
slaps.
the slaps. So we push you once, twice, three times. And then we are going to attempt to move out.
That is a brutal
And
little
then
red corner. It's just like all the reds in one spot.
I will gain a resource
Okay.
of tomato red.
Okay. Perfect. All right. I'm going to start off. I'm going to pick up the blue move. Alrighty. And then I will, so that was a buy. And then I will go ahead and move onto green. Activates double moves. I'll use one to go onto red, which is a free move. I'll use that to go onto blue, which is all this stuff. And that gives me three moves. 1, 2, 3. And that's game.
And that's it.
Good battle, Zac. That was a good
Oh,
fight.
won't lie, in the beginning I did think I was gonna beat you.
You definitely had me in the beginning, and I was getting pretty nervous because I just played another game against Alex where I lost in this exact same setup because I got like a gain and a move that I wasn't really able to use, and I was like, "Oh no, it's happening again!" But once you're able to, but there's I was able to pull off some defensive tactics there and just kind of blocking your
Yeah.
squares, which bought me enough
And
time to break out.
I need to remember for next time not to get caught in the middle or in the corner.
Yeah, that's definitely a sleeper tactic, but like since you need to score both pawns to win, I always try to attack. I call it the trailing pawn, because this is the one people forget about. They're like, it's already behind. I'm focusing on this pawn, but you need both to win. And if you actually end up scoring this pawn, and I've put this one in a bad spot, like you're just totally cooked, you know. So
Right.
it's always good strategy to attack the trailing pawn. They can't win without it, and it forces them to kind of make inefficient moves with their attacking pawn, which gives you kind of a double benefit where you're not really doing anything with this one, and because you're trying to free this one, and then you just get kind of stuck. And if I can get you stuck long enough, then this gain, if I'm using it consistently, will start to pay out. Because we were pretty even most of the game, but then once you got stuck for a couple turns, it doesn't take long to kind of build up a big card
Right.
advantage. Yeah.
And get all four elements.
And once you're the avatar, then you're in the late game. Then it's just a race. So that was a good fight though, Zach. Thanks for playing and being a good sport on stream. Definitely a
Of
good
course, thanks
battle.
for having me.
That was tense. That was tense. I appreciate it. Any last thoughts in your tactile
No, it's
approach?
just this game is so much fun. Like I love that it's so simple, but there's a good amount of strategy that can go into it.
Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it. All right, let me go ahead, close the stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you learned something. And we